Hello, welcome back. I thought today I would do kind of a little update video similar to what I did the other day, but a little different. Right now I'm in traffic, so great time to demonstrate the adaptive cruise. Just set it to 75 and doing some HOV driving. So let's see if I can show you. Well, now they're moving. Isn't that funny? Usually it works out in my favor. Today, maybe not. I don't know. I've noticed it'll usually, like, the carpool lane will slow way down, the other part will move, but then I'll get way ahead later on. So I'm gonna bet on that. Fingers crossed. Just a little update on the Kia. So far, no more warning lights. I guess the last warning light I had was Wednesday morning, and now it's Saturday afternoon, so nothing yet. Gas mileage is, well, I've been in a hurry lately, getting about 43 miles per gallon, kind of a mixture of plugging in and then not plugging in, and just sending it hard, keeping up with the brisk traffic. So yeah, so like I said, today we're in the carpool lane on the 101, which is always so fun. And you know, I've talked about this before. Adaptive cruise is the greatest thing ever. It's days like this when I hit traffic like this, it's nice not to, like, wear out my right foot going, you know, gas brake constantly. So really loving that. And you can see probably in the windows, you know, how the car is driving. There's a Tesla in front of me, so it's probably driving itself too. I don't know. I do have to steer, and I always keep my foot ready, you know, near the brake just in case. Kind of a little addition to my tire video yesterday. I think that was yesterday. And just one other thing to consider when buying tires. I mentioned
keep left onto US 101 North Ventura.
Okay. Shout out to my friend Katie, who recommended the British accent. It makes the ways a lot nicer. I mean, somehow I don't get as angry when he interrupts me as I did when the American voice. I don't know what that's about, but I recommend him, whatever his name is. I think it's Thomas or something. But I wanted to mention kind of like planning your tire shop, like in terms of where you live, because it's really important to find a tire shop that's close or that's convenient to where you work or where you live. When I bought tires for this car, there was a Just Tires that was kind of close to my house, like 5 minutes. And you know, usually when I'm out and about, I see Just Tires everywhere. Now, one of the things I recommend when buying tires, in addition to getting good name brand tires, which I talked about yesterday, and again, you can get lucky with some cheap ones. You know, there are some good, like, off-brand tires out there, but usually the difference in price isn't that much. Maybe $100, $200 at the most. Of course, that all depends on tread rating and speed rating and all of that. You know, you do you, but that's what I recommend. I also always recommend getting the warranty on the tires, like the road hazard, for one reason and one reason only. It is nice to have...
Go straight on for 30 minutes to exit 36 Cannon Road.
To a Cannon Road. It is nice to have that protection in case, you know, you do have a flat or a nail in the tire or whatever. You know, that's nice, but that's not actually why I get the road hazard warranty. It's because with most of these tire shops, they're going to give you free rotations for the life of the tire, which, if any of you have been shopping for a tire rotation, you know, if like you take your car in to get the oil changed, they'll usually tack on at least an extra $30 just to rotate your tires. You know, and usually they have the car up on the lift anyway, so I really don't think it takes $30 worth of effort to rotate tires, but okay, that's just what they charge. The first time I paid $30 for a rotation, I actually got into a bit of a dispute with the mechanic, and he's like, well, these wheels are very heavy. I was like, so, but I guess that's just the going rate these days. And, you know, and I understand they have to make a living too, and that's one of the areas where they're making some profit. So, you know, I don't mean to take money out of a poor mechanic's wallet, you know, so, you know, my apologies, but it is really good. If you get that road hazard warranty, you get free rotations. And I know that's true with Just Tires, America's Tire, American Tire Depot, Costco, and probably most shops that offer that road hazard. And usually it's only like 15 or 20 bucks a tire. So I mean, if you're spending, let's say you're spending 20 bucks a tire, so after 3 rotations you're ahead of the game. The only thing that's a little bit challenging with that, if you have a busy schedule, you go, say, to the dealership to get your oil changed, and they don't rotate your tires. Then you have to figure out another day, or maybe that same day, to go to the tire shop, and hopefully you catch them at a time when they're not busy, and hopefully their shop is in a location that's convenient to you. So you see what I'm getting at. Like, sometimes it is worth paying for the rotation if you don't have time, because if you wear your tires out early, then you really haven't saved any money. So do rotate your tires. Usually what I do, like with this car, I'll get the oil changed, and then about 600 to 1,000 miles later, like a week or 2 later, I'll get the tires rotated, which is just usually how it kind of works out. And so that works out great. I think as long as you're doing it within like 5,000 to 6,000 miles, you should be good, especially if you have a good alignment and if you're not driving crazy like all the time. So anyway, I hope that helps. I mean to give a good shout out. And I didn't finish talking about Just Tires. Sorry. I guess the map distracted me. But yeah, the Just Tires that I first went to, they were great. They were super close to my house, and they were usually not that busy, and they'd always take care of me really quickly. And then the shop burned down. So, so now the closest Just Tires is like, it's really not that bad. I shouldn't be complaining. A lot of people have it much worse. But the closest one now, I believe, is about 12 minutes away.
Estimated time in traffic, 14
minutes. On a busy day, like 24 minutes round trip, that can really kind of eat into your margin of free time or whatever you have going on. Because let's face it, nobody wants to spend that much time dealing with tire rotations. So I decided, like on my Lexus, to replace the tires. The last set of tires, I had Michelin Defenders, and I had those done at America's Tire, which I believe in Texas is called Discount Tire Company. And I really like them. They always use a torque wrench, and they're really careful and clean, and they're great. But the closest one for me is in Glendale, which takes about 20-25 minutes to get to. And they're always slammed. So if I get my tires rotated, it always takes about, I think the quickest trip I had there was an hour and a half. Just to move from front to back. I think they do rebalance, so that is kind of a bonus, but it just wasn't worth the time, so I stopped going there. And I think I even missed a rotation, and I kind of wore out those tires a little too fast, which isn't cool. And that's on me. And it also needed an alignment, and I didn't get that done, and that's on me. But so I ended up going to American Tire Depot this time. I decided on that place because they would match prices, which was great. The guy that I worked with seemed to be pretty knowledgeable, so that was cool too. And they're probably 6 minutes from my house, so that's a plus. And I also tend to see those when I'm out and about, in different parts of town. And I think that tire store is, I think they cover, he was telling me, from like San Jose down to, I believe it was San Diego. So pretty good coverage. And like on the Lexus, that car is probably just going to stay local. So, if I do take any road trips, I'll probably take the car that gets 40 miles per gallon, not the car that gets 25 miles per gallon. Even though I love the Lexus, but gas is expensive these days. It's always expensive, even when it's cheap. So anyway, just a couple of thoughts there. Gas mileage, I guess we're up to 44 now. The stop and go really makes it go up. Again, loving the adaptive cruise, just taking care of all of this traffic jam for me. So I will, if I get another like warning on the dash, I'll make sure to get a video of it this time and, post it up here. The car is scheduled to go in on Tuesday, and we'll see what they say. They'll probably just keep it for 2 days and not find anything. And then I'll get it back and I'll get another warning. That's just my guess, but I hate to be a pessimist, but that's just how it goes. So if any of you out there have one of these Kias, with the hybrid system and maybe even the plug-in, if you've ever had refill inverter coolant and high voltage temperature too high, let me know. There's just not a whole lot about these cars on the internet. I guess because they didn't make that many of them, which I understand. But and if you do have a plug-in hybrid, let me know down below in the comments. What do you think of it? What do you like about it? What do you hate about it? Once this carpool sticker expires, I'm going to have to go shopping for another car, so let me know. Anyway, hope you're all doing great out there, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.